Hey guys, we're here with game 1 with the Slava deck. I'm against a cat. I think Stronghold is probably this deck's worst matchup. I'm not sure if I've ever really had decisive victory against a Stronghold player. I don't really like the homebound wins, but the rest of the hand is okay. Griffin Legionnaire is pretty important in this matchup, so I guess I'll keep it. I'm probably gonna be playing a turn 1 Griffin Crossbowman. Trying the second Crossbowman is really bad there, because that just means that we're basically not drawing a card this turn. We would have gotten that extra crossbowmen for free at the end of our chain of crossbowmen. So basically you don't want to be drawing multiples of your Griffin cards. I saw he had that Berserker in his hand, or Hunter, sorry, Storm Rage Hunter. He is going to be playing that. Okay. So now, guys, this is what I was talking about, how you don't necessarily need to be stacking your guys. I'm actually going to be playing Griffin Legionnaire, I think, this time. But I'm going to be spreading out my marksmen, or my crossbowmen, and not necessarily just stacking them, because that'll let me control multiple rows, and even a 103 is pretty hard for Stronghold to get through most of the time. Oliphant comes down. Okay, so it's not exactly what I was hoping to see. Oliphant blocking off this row is a little bit unfortunate. I could Sunblaze. Then I would just end up moving, and the Oliphant's gonna come through. If I Sunblazed, what else would I be doing? Just stacking another crossbowman on top of here, or playing a crossbowman somewhere else. I think I will Sunblaze. I do just want to get rid of that scout. Against Stronghold, it's pretty important to get rid of as much power from their board as possible. I'm going to be stacking here, just to discourage him from playing things with 4 health on the bottom row, and I'm going to move out of the way because I don't want my Legionnaire to die for free. We can stack with it and then come back if we need to later. So, not the greatest start. We are going to be able to increase our might and then play a barracks, possibly next turn. We're 2 magic away from playing homebound wins, which is a decent answer to cards like this, for example. Yeah, another barracks. Do I want to play double barracks? I may want to. I could bring my Griffin Legionnaire down to the bottom, play double barracks, and then play a Tithe Collector. Probably just blocking off the Oliphant. I think I'll do that. Alright, so we increase our might. We're going to block off these 2 rows. Unfortunately, this is going to allow his Shaman to get really large. He's going to be getting a whole bunch of Bloodlust triggers. But hopefully he will either attack this human soldier just to stop it from attacking him, or okay, he's going to be just shrinking the stack by 1. Interesting. I'm not sure if I would have done that. Okay, well then, that obviously makes sense. I'm taking a ton of damage. This is why I really like Insect Swarm. However, I do actually not think that it's correct for this deck. So this is kind of scary. If he has like a Zephyria in his hand, I probably lose next turn, which makes me want to block off both rows with these Griffin crossbowmen at the back. I could also try blocking off with a Crusader Watchman, which may be better, and then I could stack the 2 Griffin crossbowmen in front of this Oliphant. I think I'll do that, and that'll give me 3/3 stacks. And we're just going to go for magic because I'd like to have a homebound wins available for next turn. Now, unfortunately, all he needs is a War Tent with... Yep, so if he has War Tent and Shredder here, I lose. But I don't think there was really anything I could have done that game. Bloodsnake Shaman does not just kill me. However, War Tent isn't what I was hoping to see. Oh, I'm surprised he attacked there. I guess if he didn't attack, I was just killing him anyways. So I'm going to be shuffling the Bloodsnake Shaman back into his deck with homebound wins, or do I want to just kill it with Lightning Bolt? I think I'm going to just kill it instead. We can kill this, and also kill the Oliphant, which gets rid of the War Tent, so this makes me feel quite a bit more secure. I really want to move the Watchman down here so that I don't die to another War Tent, but since he didn't have the War Tent plus Shredder on the previous turn, I think I'm just going to trust that he doesn't have War Tent plus Shredder again. Though with all of these campfires, the chances of that happening are getting more and more likely. Especially if he draws a card. Yep. Am I dead? Could happen. Even if I'm not just dead here, it's pretty real that I'll die in the next couple of turns. Cat does have a lot of ways to push damage, especially with the shredders. Maybe he's just not playing shredders. Is that too much to ask for? A cat deck that doesn't play shredders? Right, well, playing a War Oliphant does mean that he's not going to be killing me this turn with the shredder. Maybe I can get a Praetorian down, and then the shredder won't be lethal anyways. It's possible that I turn this game around. I wouldn't say that it's extremely likely, but it's definitely possible. Probably just going to use Homebound Winds on this Oliphant. He's showing me his entire hand. Stormrage Hunter, Harpy. Okay, I guess he's playing them anyways. Yep, drawing that Legionnaire is not what I wanted to see. So, I could Winds the Oliphant back to his hand. I think I would want to move this human down, just so that I have two things on this row. I plan on playing a Griffin Legionnaire after playing the Winds. Stormrage Hunter is gonna die. Is there a way that I could kill the Oliphant? I don't think there is. Alright, so let's just do that. We'll Winds this back. We will play... I'd rather just spread out my guys. I'm gonna trust that he doesn't have another insect swarm, kind of. Kill this off. Okay, so if he has another insect swarm, my board is going to be hurt quite a bit, but the priest will help me come back, and hopefully he won't have much to follow it up. Zephyria, he wouldn't have enough for a war tent, so I'm not just dead to that. If he had a shredder, he would need like a shredder and another thing. Okay, yeah, insect swarm. So he can kill my Griffin Legionnaire, but it's not the worst. And he still doesn't have a Blood Snake Shaman. Okay, I don't really see a good spot for him to put that necessarily. I guess if he put it on like the third row, I wouldn't really be able to deal with it that well. Okay, the second row. Sure. Sunblaze. Interesting. I think I'm just gonna draw a card to start off. NIL. Okay. So, NIL is really nice to see. There's no reason not to hit him for one right now. And I think we're gonna play Legionnaire and Praetorian. Except I'd really like to also Sunblaze. This is really tough, guys. He has 3 cards in his hand. Sorry I'm being quiet. I'm actually trying to think, like, what are my best ways to have outs here? I could Sunblaze, and then play a Griffin Legionnaire in both of these rows, and then I don't think he necessarily has anything that can kill me right away. Though, another Insect Swarm would do it. So maybe I just need to try to dodge the War Tent plus Shredder one more turn, and play both Griffin Legionnaires in front of the Blood Snake Shaman. Would that still die to Insect Swarm? How many triggers would he get? He wouldn't kill this stack, but he would kill this, and this, so he'd get 3 shots off of it. So I'd be down to 2 health on that, so yeah, I think that's what we're gonna have to do. I'm not sure if this is correct, but let's just get this done. I've spent enough time on this turn. Maybe I should move this down as well. Yeah, I'm not sure if I played that turn correctly. I don't know what he could really have that would kill me. Obviously, if he manages to clear off this row, then the Blood Snake Shaman is just lethal. But I'm not sure if I could have done anything better to try to prevent that. I'm just doing my best to play around as much as I can right now. I think I can probably kill him on the upcoming turns, especially with Week of the Elder Races face up. That'll be buffing my entire board. Alright, so a Harpy comes down. If he's playing this Harpy, then that definitely makes me think that he doesn't have the kill this turn, unless he does have the kill and he just doesn't see it. He's trying to figure out if he has it. Canceling the Harpy. Okay. Okay. No. Okay. So it looks like he didn't have the kill, and he's just trying to stay alive, which is good for me. And this is lethal. Okay, so we managed to sneak the win out there. That was a close one. Stronghold is really difficult for this deck, but if you can kind of just try to play around their cards, play carefully, then I guess sometimes you can manage to win. So I'll see you guys in part 2.